ahead, lady. Good for you.
Go ahead, I'll come out and
Since,
ahead, you
let
can
me,
report,
let
make
me,
sure you get-
Deborah, let me respond to the
Go ahead.
question. From the inception of this Board of County Commissioners, the issue was raised about my association with the Scott Law Group. And as Mr. Edmonds deftly described, there was a consent order that was put in place, which significantly, from my perspective more than anything else, limited my ability to make a living. That's all it is to it. But I signed the agreement. Now, what he is referring to in the violation that he is describing was one instance. Okay? I signed off as associate counsel as my separate law firm to represent as co-counsel, because one thing that I do is litigation. And that particular instance was enough to violate that. And I accept full responsibility for that. But that was one instance. And you're also aware that many of your friends have consistently been attempting to file ethics complaints against me, including yourself, suggesting that I'm doing something wrong. Now, what I'm certainly willing to say that was a lapse on my part. But during the course of the entire 2 years, I've continued to maintain my responsibilities to the public, and I've continued to abide by that consent agreement. And I would challenge anyone that can say otherwise. You know, that was a very prohibitive document, which I chose to make a public document. I didn't even have to do that, but I chose to make it a public document. That's why you know so much about it.
No, that's not.
I mean, the point I want you to understand, I mean, you're judging me right now. And I can tell to the overall public, I'm not perfect. But I can also say that when you put in context, you know, some of the things you're suggesting, and that lapse, but clearly, there's no doubt about it.
It's the tip of the iceberg.
There was well, you can call it what you want. You know, I mean, you know, and I'll just respect, you know, and your opinion, but I'll disagree with that. This gentleman right here.
Well, first of all,